Hey, y'all. It's Casey Hope from Pizzazz Art Studio. So, we are here today going to do a little bit of lettering, a little bit of showing off what our workshop just got through doing, and giving you a sneak peek into what is coming up inside our lettering club. I hope y'all have had a good morning so far. So first up, to show off one of the things that we did in our workshop this past week. Well, today is Tuesday, so last week. We did it last week. We took a group of ladies, and some of y'all were some of them, through how to draw, paint, and letter this pretty church. I loved seeing what y'all did. We took this one church and this one, drawing, painting, lettering kind of template, and we did it on paper bags, we did it on ornaments, we did it on wood, we did it on canvas. Like, there's so many. We did it on the front of a journal. There were so many things that you can take one idea and apply it in multiple places. And then what I want you to start doing is really opening your mind to that with just about everything we teach. With everything that we teach, for the most part, you can take a little bit of what we are showing you and you can apply it to different surfaces. Maybe you don't want to paint a canvas with what we're doing. Well, do it on a bag, and you have a customized gift bag. One of the ladies told us or gave us the idea of turning this into a blessings bag. So, you take the time to paint it and make it pretty. And people are probably going to re-gift it, because we all re-gift some bags. And she said, just turn it on the back and write a scripture or whatever and write your name and let them know they're supposed to pass it on. And then the next person does the same thing, writes an encouraging word, a scripture or whatever, and passes it on. So then this hand-painted bag is going to get re-gift and repurposed and bless lots of people. So that's just one little fun idea. But this is one thing that we did this past last week, and I love creating on the paper so much that I'm going to take another paper bag today. I'm not going to paint. I'm just going to show you how to make it look a little bit fancy with your lettering, because there is something very freeing about just being on paper. Yeah, I don't know. The surface takes your letterings a little bit smoother. You don't feel as intimidated, to me, when you are on paper as you might on a canvas or something. So I'm going to walk you through that. Good morning. We got two Dawns in the house. We got Miss Dawn Doral and Dawn Robinson. Morning. Good morning, Pam and Sharon. I'm so glad y'all are joining us. So I just showed you a little bit, and like I said, some of y'all were doing this with us, and I loved seeing what you were doing. This is a little bit of what we did last week. I'm going to show you a little bit of what is coming up inside our lettering club, and then we're going to get to our lettering bag. But our lettering club is only open a few times a year. Right now is one of those times, and I want to give you a little sneak peek into what is coming in the Happy Mail this next box. So if you've never heard of what the Happy Mail is, I'm not saying Happy Meal from McDonald's. It's Happy Mail. Along with our online lessons and our online subscription, we send you a box of goodies that go along with our art stuff. So coming up, hey, y'all, seeing lots of y'all popping in. Shannon and Rebecca and Carly and Regina and Jackie. Morning. So a little sneak peek into some of the projects we're doing next month. We are going to show you, this is watercolor paper with lettering and banners and watercolor. But can you see that gold? Look on this sunflower right here. The light has to kind of catch it right. But it's so pretty. Gold embossing is the fun little something that we are going to be exploring. This picture, I am actually I'm traveling to Missouri tomorrow. I'm going to be teaching at Christy Hawkins, the Social Easel, at her event in Missouri. If you're coming to that, we are showing you how to do this picture, but we're also doing this inside our club, drawing it, watercoloring it, but then also, now we're not doing the embossing at Christy's event, but can you see that? Do you see how pretty that is? That's not just a metallic pen. That is an embossing pen. Oh, it's so pretty. So we're going to teach you all how to do that. Sometimes embossing is, we've got this fun thing. This is a combination of, if you were a club member this month, you got the dual brush pens. We sent these. So this picture is a combination of the dual brush pens along with the gold embossing and lettering. This is not even lettering. It's just so pretty. It's just such a good idea to use your painting skills to take somebody's wedding invitation or a baby invitation, get a mat, paint it pretty. We're going to take you through how to do this very step by step because this is a great gift as well. We want to show you how to use your lettering in your art as ways for peace and play, but also as ways that you can save money by doing these handmade gifts that just are going to mean so much. But do you see, again, that embossing that we just kind of add right along on all that gold? Like I said, the light really has to be hitting it right. In real life, it's beautiful. There we go. Sometimes on camera, it's hard to catch it. You'll see it right up here. Pretty, pretty, pretty. And then we can take our embossing and lettering, take a very inexpensive frame. You can get these like for $1 and do these. Here's our sweet little Henry. But this again is embossing. So all of this is a sneak peek as to what is coming inside the club this coming month. So I'm just letting you know, we don't always give sneak peeks, but when it's at the beginning of a box opening and people are kind of curious and not sure, what we do, I like to give you a little bit of sneak peek. So all of these are projects that we're doing inside the club, but also we're sending you a box that has the pens and the embossing powders, the things that you need to get started. But okay, let's go ahead and do this fun little something. Sharon, thank you so much. I appreciate those kind of words very much. Sharon says, oh my gosh, the lettering club is the best. Casey breaks it down and makes it so simple and easy. Casey and team are a huge blessing. And team is right. We got a whole crew of an awesome, awesome team here that do everything from designing to teaching to packing boxes, all kinds of things. To just try to give you a good experience inside that club. So did I lose my pencil? Okay, here it is. So here is a regular paper bag. So I'm getting, and some of the supplies that I've got with me are things, again, that we have sent to the club. We've sent y'all the dual brush pens by Tombow. So I'm using some of these. We've sent you this Pit pen, which is, it's like the big one, and it is just really fun. So I think these two are the things I'm going to be using. And then my pencil. So at Christmas time, if you want to just grab a lot of, blank bags and use that lettering, here we go. So I'm going to do letter Christmas first. I am going to go slow, but I'm not going to go as slow as I would inside the club because. All right. So we do our C. You probably can't even see that, can you? If you can't see it, I'm just going to. I don't think you can see. All right, so I'm just going to pencil it out quickly without explaining it for a moment. And I'll explain it more when we come back with our pen. All right, so here's Christmas. And then I'll get Mary. All right, so Christmas, I'm going to take my big, I know you can't see it right now, but I'm going to take my big pen and I'm going to eye pencil it just because it makes me feel a little bit better. Even after years of lettering, it makes me feel better sometimes to do the pencil. So I'm going to walk you through it slow with this pen, okay? So a C, we'll just do a regular big old C and stop. Then we're going to add a little bit of this little fun loop-de-doo because it just adds a little pizzazz. Pam says, where do we get our bags? Where do we get these bags? Not anywhere special. I mean, like, we just get them around town when we see them. And so I can't remember if it's like Walmart, Michael's. I don't have like a special place that always has a ton of them. It's just whenever we see these blank ones, we grab them. So I can't tell you exactly. Okay, there's the C. But I can tell you that it's local places. There's not somewhere that we order them from. Yes, Tammy says Walmart has them. I feel like that's probably, I will tell you, I tried to get a lot from Walmart when we were doing our Blessings Bundle workshop because I knew that, there's people all around that might not have a Hobby Lobby or a Michael's or whatnot. So I tried to get lots from Walmart. All right, so I picked up my C. And then on the H, notice that I did my one loop and then I picked my hand up to do the next part of the H. Now, I'm going to do the next part of the H, and then I'm immediately going to go up into the R and down and stop. All right. So the H has two parts, but it's going to flow into the R. Okay. So here we go. Here's the H. It comes down. It's flowing up into the R, down, up, and then I stop. All right, so that was a lot. Oh, yay. Laura says just bought some at Dollar Tree this morning. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So was it 2 for $1 or 1 for $1? Either way, it's good. Okay, Kay says, just answered my question. Dollar Tree has them in all colors and packed 2 for $1. So perfect, perfect, perfect. Hobby Lobby has them in the gift wrap section. All right, so now remember, we're doing basic lettering right now, but you see what we did inside that workshop. Like you can really fancy them up for a blessings bag too. All right, so there's the R. Now for the I, because it moves into the S, I'm going to do those two together too. So I'm going to come down for the I. I'm going to go up and S and stop. All right. So coming down, going to go up, down, and bam. There are lots of different ways to do S's. Here's the deal. If I looked at that S by itself, it would almost not look like an S. So don't judge your things too closely. My eye knows it's an S because it's in the middle of this word Christmas. And so it's just going to tell me it's an S no matter what. So don't freak out too much about your letters because you can, if you look too closely, you're going to like overanalyze. You're going to be like, ugh. So just go with it. And no, when it's in the middle of a word, nobody is going to be judging too harshly. All right. So next up, I'm going to do the first part of the T, and then I'm going to loop around and do the first part of the M. So here comes the T, and I'm going to come up and down for the first part of that M. I've still got to cross my T, but I've got that first little part. Now for the M, I love doing M's because they're just fun to like have a cool flow. So I'm going to do, you know how the M has two humps? To me, it is always so much more fun to make one and very exaggerated bigger. Either it can be the second one or the first one. So you can do like a big part, first hump, little second, or little big. Either way, to me, makes M's just look fun. So I'm going to do this first little heel and then the bigger one. You see how that's a much more exaggerated hump, heel, whatever you want to call it. It's way more exaggerated. And to me, that kind of gives it that little whimsy look. Now for the A, it's going to be 2 strokes. I'm going to do the circular part first. It's kind of like an ovalish shape. And then I'm going to come down. And again, it's going to go into that S. All right. So it's going to come down, up, and I'm going, I noticed that S, I'm really dropping it way far below that A, okay? This style of lettering is very bouncy. You don't see, if I had a line, let's see, this is a line, you see that not everything is sitting on that line. Or if the line was up here, you have a lot of things going below the line. All right, so it's a very, you know, some things are low, some things are high, then it comes back down low. We haven't tried to balance it, and then it goes high, and then it comes low. So we do try to have a little bit of a balance there, but the bouncy style is just a fun style. And then I'm going to cross it with this little curvy Q. Bam. All right, so we've got Christmas on there. You could leave this as is, or you can come back and thicken those downstrokes. So just some of these areas where they're coming down. Now, if your letters are too close to each other, sometimes you will need to opt not to thicken the downstroke because it just looks too jumbled. And again, this is something, when you join the club, that almost the first week, it'll be next week, starting on the 11th, October 11th, we have a lettering boot camp that walks you through all of this stuff. You have access to it to continue watching it. It walks you through forming the letters, connecting the letters, thickening the downstrokes, all the things, okay? So we're giving you a peek into it right now, but no, if this is something that you want to learn more of inside that boot camp, inside the lettering club, next week, we will break it down. We're going to be teaching that starting October 11th. I think it's a Tuesday at 12 noon. Is that right? Or is it 11? I'll send you an email and let you know. I'll tell you right now so you can mark it down. I think it's 12. I think we're doing it 12 now. So let me see. Yes, 12 noon. At 11 o'clock on the 11th, if you're a new member to the club, we're doing a new member Zoom, get you oriented at 12 every day. So it's some people's lunch break. So if you can't catch it live, you can catch the replay. All right. Mary is a little bit smaller. I am trying to think, do I want to use this, or I'm going to look at my Tombow pen. I may want to use the Tombow black pen because it's going to be a little bit of a smaller nib at the top. Yeah, I'm going to go with this. Okay. So I'm going with my Tombow just because it's a little bit smaller and this word's a little bit smaller. All right. Now these Tombow pens, they have a brush tip and they've got another tip that's just like a little mono line. I'm going to be using the brush tip right now. All right, here we go. Also, with a brush tip pen, you can change your pressure and it changes the thickness. So can you see here how this was thin and then when I came down, it got thick? That was my pressure. So like I can go up light and then down heavy. The Pitt pen that I was just using, it did not have that ability to do that. Okay. It just didn't have the same brush tip pen. Light pressure, heavy pressure, light. Heavy pressure, light, heavy, light. Okay, that is a learned thing. Inside the boot camp, we don't even teach you that immediately because you kind of have to learn where those downstrokes go before you even think about, putting them anywhere. All right, so already it's pretty cute. All right, so it's already pretty cute. You could totally leave it like that. You could also, the embossing stuff that we're sending you next month, if you're in the club, that will look really good on here. It's a quick little something. But I'm going to do a few of our little holly leaves on here as well. So let me think about kind of where I want them to go. I think probably right in here. I'll talk you through this in a second. Let me just get it drawn. I think that'll be cute. Then maybe something down in this corner. Okay, so just kind of sketch something out, but let's go ahead and get our green. Well, I'll do our red first. So our red kind of 3 berries will be 1, 2, 3. And then we can color those in just kind of, I don't want to color them in solid. I kind of like the loose kind of sketchy look. Again, club members, y'all have these, okay? So y'all can do this almost immediately. All right, but you really could do this even with like Crayola. It might not be as concentrated, but any markers that you've got, they might not have this brush tip, but you can do that faux calligraphy. All right, then with my green, I'm just going to go do these little shape. Goes that way. And then it comes to a point. So we're just going to draw these first. And then I'll just kind of scribble in. Again, I don't want it to be super perfect. There's just, and that's just my style. I like a little loose and scribbly and fun. But if you want to color it in perfect, totally can. All right, so I've got that on there. It looks a little, I'm going to put some curly cues in there. It looks real stiff to me right now. But once I add some curly cues and some black outline, it's going to come together. Okay, so I drew them. Now we're going to do this. Again, I'm just being loose with the filling it in. I'm not being too harsh on this because I know I'm going to be coming back to add that black little, outline on there. So that'll be a-okay. All right, so what I meant by the black outline, I'm going to go back to my black. And I'm going to use the other end, so not the brush tip end. I'm going to use this end, okay? So I'm going to very loosely just start kind of outlining things. All right, so we got our circle. Notice I do it kind of multiple times. Okay, so I do a quick little outline. And I'll do this little sketchy outline. So like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now, if I had a thicker marker, I might not do it multiple times. If it was a Sharpie marker, that one stroke of the Sharpie would probably be good enough. So it looks kind of like this right now. Okay, y'all see just the quick little things. And then I'm going to add the curly cues. They don't have to start from right here necessarily. They can just kind of be randomly in the middle. Real thin, just adds a little bit of that whimsy. Okay, then I'm going to do the same thing down here. So just kind of quick little circles. Quick little outlines. Okay, and then I want to add in the curly cues. So anywhere that I just see empty space, so like right in here, it's a little empty. So I could add a little here, there, everywhere. And there we go. I like it. I like it a lot. So there we grabbed our markers. Okay, again, club members, you got this. If you're not a club member, come on and join the club so you get cool things sent to you. You're going to be getting this embossing stuff. So next month you're getting the embossing stuff. I think the embossing stuff would look great on here. And for those of y'all that did our bags with us, I think they would look great on everything that we did in this workshop this past week. I think the embossing is going to add another element of wow to your bags, to your journal, to your wood, all of that stuff. So we'll be walking you through that also. But even without the embossing, here you've got just a cute little bag that once you get the flow of it, does not take time at all. Okay. It's just it's a fun little something. I remember when I was in junior high school, I remember I wanted to make a gift for all my friends. And at the time, you know, you like got friends in every category, and you got church friends and friends who do sports with you and friends here. And my mom was like, well, you're going to have to just give them candy. We're not buying gifts for everybody. And she said, but I'll buy some little white bags and you can decorate them. And they're these little white bags. And we put candy in them. And on every single one, I did a holly thing like this. And I tell you, I lined those up and I just went to town, and they were cute as they could be. Put some little curly ribbon, and that was a long time ago. And I'm telling you that because if I could do that at 14 or however old I was in junior high, like you can totally line up some bags, do this technique, and make some really cute little gift bags. So so there you go. There is that. Somebody says, what is the name of the large marker? I used this one. It's the Faber-Castell Pitt pen, but it's the big brush pen. Thank you, Kay. Kay says, love this. Thank you for this extra. Have fun at Big Cedar. Thank you. I'm excited about it. Very excited. All right, y'all. If I do any other lives this week, it will be from my from the airport or from our event that we're going to with Christy in Missouri, all the things. But there'll be, some behind the scenes. I won't be like this until later on towards the weekend, because I'll be gone for the next few days. So grab some lettering stuff. Play around. If you want to get in on next month's box, on the lettering club, on the boot camp, all the goodness that's coming, be sure to join. We are only open through Saturday, and then I can't tell you when it will open again, because it only opens a few times a year. So so check it out. Check out that link. If you've got questions, ask all the questions. But other than that, y'all just y'all be playing with your lettering, and we will see you soon. All right, y'all. See ya.